Did you know that every time you casually snack on a handful of tiny nuts, you might be slowly poisoning your kidneys, which have already grown weaker with age? It sounds unbelievable, but according to research from the National Institutes of Health, the scariest part is that sometimes the culprit isn't what you'd expect. It's hidden right in the foods we think are healthy and eat every single day. Just one wrong snacking habit repeated over the years can push your kidneys into overdrive, raise your creatinine levels, cause toxins to build up, and silently destroy kidney cells without you ever noticing. Then, one morning when your lab results come back and your doctor tells you your kidneys have already lost 40% of their function, you'll wish you had known this sooner. So, how can you protect your kidneys before it's too late? Avoiding dialysis and other painful complications? Here's the good news. Some nuts can actually protect your kidneys, purify your blood, lower creatinine levels, and extend the lifespan of kidney cells if you know how to choose the right ones. In just a few minutes, you'll discover the nuts that can save your kidneys and the ones that may seem healthy but can silently harm them if you don't stop in time. Let me start with something that might surprise you. On those warm May days when you see fields of golden sunflowers stretching to the horizon, few realize that hidden inside each tiny seed lies a natural remedy for tired, aging kidneys. Sunflower seeds aren't just a familiar snack. They're like little beams of light that help your kidneys recover and cleanse themselves after years of dealing with high blood pressure, sugar, and salt accumulation. Their power lies in vitamin E, one of the strongest fat-soluble antioxidants. For adults over 50, kidneys often face damage from free radicals created by metabolism and long-term medication use. The vitamin E in sunflower seeds helps neutralize these radicals, protecting the delicate nephron cells from microscopic damage. When the cell membranes are protected, your kidneys filter blood more efficiently. Creatinine levels may drop slightly, and the progression of chronic kidney disease can be naturally slowed. A compelling example comes from the 2019 NHANES study by the National Institutes of Health, which followed 1,242 adults aged 55 to 75 with mild kidney impairment. After 6 months of consuming an average of 15 milligrams of vitamin E daily, mostly from sunflower seeds, the group showed a 22% average improvement in glomerular filtration rate and a 17% decrease in proteinuria compared to the control group. Here's a little-known tip. Before roasting, soak sunflower seeds in warm water at around 40 degrees Celsius for 4 hours, then rinse and drain them. This step removes part of the phytic acid. When roasting, use a dry cast iron pan and stir constantly over low heat for about 10 minutes until a light aroma appears. Seniors should eat about 1 tablespoon of roasted sunflower seeds a day, mixed into porridge or plain yogurt to enhance vitamin E absorption. This small habit makes digestion easier and significantly reduces inflammation caused by salt buildup in the kidneys. But you know what? Beyond sunflower seeds lies another type of nut that acts like armor for your body's blood filtering system. There's a saying I love that goes, "Nothing feels as smooth as the buttery melt of macadamia on your tongue." But what few people know is that this creamy texture doesn't just soothe your senses. It can also soothe your tired kidneys, burdened by age and high blood sugar. For older adults, macadamias aren't just a luxurious treat. They're like a natural oil therapy for the kidneys. What makes macadamia special is their high content of palmitoleic acid, also known as omega-7, a rare monounsaturated fatty acid. Omega-7 helps reduce inflammation and repair the renal tubule cells damaged by excess glucose, one of the leading causes of kidney failure in adults over 60. It also improves the flexibility of cell membranes, boosts blood flow to the glomeruli, and supports tissue regeneration in chronically inflamed kidneys. In 2020, the University of Queensland conducted a study involving 1,118 patients with type 2 diabetes and mild kidney impairment. Those who consumed 15 grams of macadamia nuts daily for 6 months saw a 28% reduction in proteinuria and an average glomerular filtration rate improvement of 6.3 points compared to the control group. You should eat 4 to 6 macadamia nuts daily, ideally in the morning about 30 minutes after breakfast, when your stomach isn't empty and your kidneys begin their first filtration cycle of the day. For better omega-7 absorption, pair them with a slice of apple or pear. The natural pectin in these fruits emulsifies the fats from macadamias, making digestion smoother and reducing bloating. Always store macadamias in an airtight glass jar in the refrigerator, as omega-7 oils are sensitive to light and temperature and can oxidize within 48 hours if left in open air. The true power of macadamias doesn't lie in luxury, it lies in consistency. Just a few nuts a day, and over time, your body will feel the difference. But the journey to protecting your kidneys doesn't end here. In the southern states, pecan trees aren't just grown for their nuts. They're seen as symbols of strength and longevity. Every autumn when the pecans fall, people believe it marks a time of cleansing and inner renewal, a belief that modern science is now beginning to confirm. Pecans are rich in magnesium, an essential mineral that helps regulate blood pressure, relax blood vessels, and improve circulation within the kidneys. When blood vessels are relaxed, the nephrons can function more easily, reducing pressure and preventing the formation of kidney stones. Magnesium also helps neutralize excess calcium in urine, which lowers the risk of kidney calcification, a condition that many older adults suffer from without even realizing it. According to a 2021 study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, researchers followed 1,087 adults over 60 who were at risk of developing chronic kidney disease for 12 months. The group that consumed around 350 milligrams of magnesium daily from pecans showed a 31% reduction in the risk of chronic kidney disease progression and a significant improvement in glomerular filtration rate levels. However, there's a small but crucial detail few people know. Pecans oxidize easily if stored improperly, and when that happens, the natural oils in the nuts break down into peroxides, compounds that can cause kidney inflammation. To avoid this, seniors should store pecans in an airtight glass jar in the refrigerator, along with a few dry roasted coffee beans. The coffee absorbs moisture, preserves the natural aroma, and prevents the oils from turning rancid. When you're ready to eat, take out a small portion and let it sit at room temperature for about 15 minutes to soften. This not only maintains the nutrients, but also allows your body to absorb magnesium more effectively. Just a few pecans a day can nourish weakened nephrons and make your kidneys feel rejuvenated after years of exhaustion. But sadly, not every nut brings such miracles. Have you ever wondered why something as seemingly harmless as peanuts, a staple in almost every snack, makes kidney specialists shake their heads in warning? While many believe peanuts are a great source of protein for older adults, the truth behind that crunchy, buttery shell is something that should alarm anyone over 50. Peanuts often contain aflatoxin B1, a toxin produced by Aspergillus mold that thrives in humid conditions. Once inside the body, aflatoxin doesn't just damage the liver, it also attacks the nephron cells in the kidneys. In older adults, the kidney's ability to regenerate tissue is already weakened, so even a small amount of aflatoxin can inflame, scar, and destroy nephron function. In 2022, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention released a study following 1,342 seniors who regularly consumed industrially processed peanut products. The findings were alarming. This group showed a 36% higher risk of elevated creatinine and reduced kidney filtration function compared to those who ate little or no peanuts. The report also revealed that their blood aflatoxin levels were 3 times higher than the safety threshold set by the FDA. If you love the rich taste of peanuts but want to protect your kidneys, replace them with unsalted pistachios, a much safer and healthier choice. Pistachios are rich in lutein and beta-carotene, which protect kidney blood vessels from oxidative damage. For older adults, eating 15 to 20 whole pistachios after lunch each day provides sufficient protein without straining the kidneys. Choose lightly roasted pistachios at low temperatures and avoid flavored varieties. You can also grind them and mix with plain Greek yogurt for a creamy, kidney-friendly afternoon snack. It's a small tip, but an incredibly effective one. It's heartbreaking to realize that a food meant to energize you can end up shortening your kidney's lifespan. And you'll be even more shocked to learn that some so-called premium nuts, those often marketed as clean and healthy, can cause even deeper damage than peanuts. Some foods are hailed as symbols of health, yet they hide a silent nightmare beneath their perfect shell. Almonds are one of those deceptive foods, seemingly safe and nutritious, but capable of driving aging kidneys to exhaustion. While younger bodies can easily eliminate the high levels of phosphorus found in almonds, those over 60 process it far less efficiently. As phosphorus builds up, it increases phosphate levels in the blood, triggering a chain reaction that disrupts calcium balance throughout the body. The result is overworked kidneys, faster nephron scarring, and a gradual loss of filtering ability. Doctors at the Mayo Clinic once described this condition as forcing an old car to climb a hill non-stop without ever letting it rest. A major 2021 Mayo Clinic study tracked 1,026 patients with stage 2 and 3 chronic kidney disease. The group that consumed an average of 40 grams of almonds daily experienced a rate of glomerular filtration rate decline twice as fast as those who avoided almonds. These findings shocked the American medical community, raising a serious question. Are so-called superfoods truly suitable for everyone? According to USDA data, just 100 grams of dry roasted cashews contain about 553 calories, 18 grams of protein, and more than 660 milligrams of phosphorus, a very high amount compared to the daily recommended intake. This puts a major strain on the kidneys, especially when blood filtration is already compromised. Excess phosphorus that can't be filtered builds up in the blood, increasing the risk of artery calcification and pushing creatinine levels even higher. A study published in the Clinical Journal of the American Society of Nephrology recommends that people with chronic kidney disease keep their phosphorus intake below 800 to 1,000 milligrams per day. Just one handful of cashews can hit nearly 70% of that limit. Plus, cashews contain potassium, which in excess can lead to irregular heartbeat and high blood pressure in older adults with impaired kidney function. If you still crave the light nuttiness and pleasant aroma of almonds, there's a safer and more beneficial alternative: walnuts. They contain 60% less phosphorus and are rich in omega-3 fatty acids that reduce inflammation and improve kidney blood flow. Older adults can soak walnuts in warm water for about 10 minutes before eating to soften them, making them easier to chew and helping lower residual salt and phytic acid. Eating 15 to 20 walnuts per day is the ideal amount to provide healthy fats without stressing the kidneys. There's a quiet paradox hidden in the daily eating habits of millions of older adults. Many believe that eating pumpkin seeds helps cleanse the body, lower cholesterol, and protect the heart. But few realize that this seemingly healthy habit may be paving the way for painful kidney flare-ups that strike without warning. A closer look reveals that pumpkin seeds are extremely high in oxalates. Oxalates are harmless for healthy kidneys, but for aging kidneys with declining function, they're a dangerous spark. Once inside the body, oxalates bind with calcium to form tiny crystals in the urinary tract. Over time, these crystals cluster together into stones that scrape kidney tissue, causing inflammation, bleeding, and eventually reducing blood filtration capacity. The end result: kidney fatigue and failure. A 2020 study published by the nephrology department at Johns Hopkins University sent shockwaves through the medical field. Researchers tracked 1,417 people with a history of kidney stones, dividing them into two groups, one that ate pumpkin seeds daily and another that avoided them completely. After 12 months, those who consumed over 25 grams of pumpkin seeds per day had a 42% higher risk of stone recurrence. That number alone is enough to make anyone who has suffered from kidney stones shudder. The study's lead researcher, Dr. Martin Reynolds, concluded bluntly, For older adults with weakened kidney function, pumpkin seeds are no longer a clean food. They are a hidden hazard. Instead of pumpkin seeds, seniors should switch to finely ground flax seeds, a far more kidney-friendly option. Flax seeds are packed with lignans and natural omega-3 compounds that reduce inflammation, stabilize blood pressure, and improve circulation to the kidneys. Most importantly, they're virtually oxalate-free, minimizing the risk of stone formation. You might know flax seeds as a superfood for skin or cholesterol. But few know that the tiny flax seed is being researched as a natural therapy to support kidney filtration, especially for those with elevated creatinine. Instead of relying on supplements, juice cleanses, or restrictive diets, flaxseed provides a simple, effective option. Nutritionally, flaxseed is a rich source of plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, lignans, and soluble fiber. In particular, the soluble fiber in flaxseed helps lower urea nitrogen and creatinine, both waste products that kidneys work hard to eliminate. A 2020 study in the Renal Failure Journal found that individuals with mild kidney impairment who took 30 grams of flaxseed daily for 12 weeks reduced their blood creatinine levels by an average of 18%, a significant number for older adults. Moreover, the alpha-linolenic acid in flaxseed is a potent anti-inflammatory that helps reduce inflammation in kidney tubules, one of the silent causes of declining filtration capacity. This means flaxseed not only helps the kidneys work more gently, but also protects kidney cells from long-term damage. So, how do you safely and effectively include flaxseed in your daily diet? Don't eat whole flax seeds. They pass through the digestive system undigested. Instead, grind them into a fine powder using a dry grinder. Store this powder in a sealed glass container in a cool, dark place to prevent spoilage. A recommended daily dose is 1 to 2 tablespoons, 10 to 15 grams. You can sprinkle flaxseed powder on oatmeal, mix it into plain yogurt, blend it into a smoothie, or stir it into warm water before your morning meal. If you bake with whole grain flour, adding flaxseed to the dough increases fiber and lowers the meal's glycemic index. Just be sure to drink plenty of water. Soluble fiber absorbs a lot of fluid, and insufficient hydration may cause bloating or constipation, especially in older adults. For best results, each morning mix 1 teaspoon of ground flax seed with plain yogurt or oatmeal and eat it on an empty stomach. Grinding the seeds allows the body to absorb nutrients more efficiently, which is especially important for older adults with slower digestion. When storing, use an airtight glass jar, keep it in the refrigerator, and consume within 10 days to preserve nutritional value. Now, let me take you to chestnuts, especially popular in colder months and festive seasons. They have a comforting aroma, mild sweetness, and are usually boiled or roasted to warm the body. But for anyone with high creatinine, chestnuts may be doing more harm than good. Unlike cashews or almonds, chestnuts are lower in fats and proteins, but much higher in starches and complex sugars, which make up nearly 80% of their total calories. That means they can spike your blood sugar quickly, forcing your kidneys to work harder to regulate internal balance, especially risky for older adults with naturally declining kidney function. What's more, chestnuts are high in oxalates, which increase the risk of kidney stones. According to the Mayo Clinic, just 100 milligrams of oxalates per day over time can raise the risk of calcium oxalate stone buildup, the most common type in seniors. And guess what? 100 grams of chestnuts can already get you close to that limit. Many people assume that chestnuts are gentle on the digestive system and perfect for older adults due to their soft texture and low fat. But what's easy on the stomach isn't always easy on the kidneys, and damage to the filtration system often goes unnoticed until it's too far gone. Health experts warn that if you have a history of kidney problems or fall into a high-risk category, it's best to avoid chestnuts altogether. This small step could make a big difference in your long-term kidney health.